So it was the cook. No, that's too mundane. It was the secretary. No. Secretaries make better mistresses than they do murder victims. So, you know what? It was the wife of a high-ranking official. You know what? That sounds better. All right. So we got one dead body, 132 rooms, 157 suspects, one eccentric detective, and a quirky whodunit at the center. What am I talking about? It must be the new 8-episode series from Miss Shonda Rhimes and Shondaland. So Netflix gave the green light to The Residents, which will be debuting on their platform. Now, I have not seen any official date for when to expect it, but we do know it is coming to the platform. So I want to talk about it, right? Now, I am a huge Shonda Rhimes fan, so anything she does, I am keeping up with. Now, this is based on the 2015 nonfiction book by the same name, The Residents, and written by Kate Anderson Brower. So it's titled The Residents Inside the Private World of the White House. Like I said, this is a nonfiction book that talks about the White House and its occupants from the Kennedy administration up to the Obama administration. But it is from the point of view of the workers. So, you know, everybody behind the scenes that we really don't hear about. Who keep the place afloat, okay? So this book has some interesting tales in it, and I did like it. I wouldn't recommend it in anticipation of the murder mystery, but I did give it a read just out of curiosity. So if you're curious, why not pick it up? It's not a long book. Let me just check here. It's about 275 pages up to the epilogue. So, I mean, it's a quick read if you're interested, but yeah. And so I think Shonda Rhimes turning this into a murder mystery is genius. I love that idea. There's not much news on the casting for this murder mystery. I am curious to know who's going to be the detective, because it sounds like that person will be the lead in this series. And I'm also wondering, is it going to be a recurring series, or I don't know. I guess they base it on, you know, how it is received by the audience. So but it didn't say that it was a limited series. So I'm just curious how they're going to do this, but there's not much details out there about the murder mystery so far. So I'm just speculating on everything. But from what I was able to research, it sounds like the detective is going to be the lead in this series. And then Shondaland veteran Paul Williams Davies is going to be the showrunner as well as the executive producer, along with Shonda Rhimes and Betsy Beers. So obviously we got some good writers behind the scenes as well as the producing team, but it's from Shondaland, so we already know it's high quality and good storytelling. But yeah, there's a lot to work with for this setting of the White House. I'm curious to find out, just judging from Shonda Rhimes' other series that she has on Netflix, the Inventing Anna and then Bridgerton, I'm wondering if she is going to continue with the anachronistic elements that she likes to put in the series, you know, as far as pop culture that's not quite with the times that she's that's not with the narrative, matching the narrative. And I remember there was a scene in the book, The Residents, we're enjoying the video so far. Please give it a like and subscribe if you want to keep up with Junkie for a Story. On my channel, I upload videos every week. Usually they are book and film related, and sometimes I will discuss current events involving celebrity figures. I hope to see you in the next one. Thank you. Back to the video. It was Obama. And I forgot who was telling this story, but one of the workers was remembering the first night that the Obamas stayed in the White House. And they mentioned how they had Mary J. Blige, Real Love, blasting in the White House. And I'm just picturing that scene because, you know, obviously there have been all white presidents, all white male presidents up until that point. And so I imagine there was, you know, the typical music that men of that age would listen to. And so just getting a picture of Mary J. Blige blasted in the White House, I found that a bit funny and just, it made me smile. So I'm curious to see how that's going to play out. You know, the music, I guess. I'm curious about the music because I really liked the music in Bridgerton, but also in Inventing Anna. The music in that series was pretty good as well. So, yeah, I'm curious to see what they're going to do with this series. And then because it's a whodunit, but it sounds like it's kind of going to be maybe satire or something. It sounds like it's going to be like comedy and mystery. So, yeah, it sounds like it's going to be fun, but I can't wait for it. And I was glad to get that news. So, yeah, those are my thoughts on that. Again, I would recommend you read this book if you're curious about the perspective of like the secretary of the White House or the butlers. A lot of the butlers are mentioned in here. And they do talk more. I quite remember the first ladies. They seem to really run the house, okay? And they were, I don't want to say harsh, but you get the sense that Nancy Reagan was at times intolerable or unbearable or, you know, just very difficult to deal with as a boss during the Reagan years. She was the one who stood out to me. And then, honestly, they really didn't talk too much about Michelle Obama. So, because this was in 2016, I mean, it might be because that administration was still in office and maybe people, well, this came out in its copyright date is 2015. So maybe they really didn't want to, you know, divulge too much information about the current administration, you know. But, I mean, I mainly remember Nancy Reagan. They did talk about Bush, but they kind of described Bush as more of a down-to-earth, low-key kind of family. But honestly, all of the families, they seem to, the people, the workers, seem to really love all of the families. But I'm curious to see how they're going to do that with this. Like, I imagine they're going to have a fictional first family. I don't know. I'm speculating, okay? Anyway, I am going to wrap this up. So, The Residence is coming to Netflix. I don't know when. I don't know who's starring in it. I just know it's a Shondaland production. And you can read this book just to get an idea of what it might be about. And yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And I will catch you in the next one. Bye.